So I'll start the class because initial phase of few minutes there was problem on Impartus. The video was not getting captured. Now I'll start the class. Okay. Good morning. So we'll once again continue with the problems on air compressor. So today we'll solve 3 more problems and end the air compressor, and tomorrow we'll have refrigeration being started. So note down with a very simple problem how to calculate indicated power is what we'll get to know. A single stage reciprocating compressor. A single stage reciprocating compressor takes 1 meter cube of air per minute, takes 1 meter cube of air per minute at 1.013 and 15 degrees Celsius and delivers it at 7 bar. Delivers it at 7 bar. Assuming that the law of compression is PV to the power of 1.35 is equal to constant and the clearance is negligible, calculate the indicated power. So what is given in the problem? Given the intake pressure 1.013 bar, temperature 15 degrees, that is 288 Kelvin, and P2, that is delivery pressure at 7 bar. So the polytropic process N is equal to 1.35 is given in the problem. So we'll calculate indicated power here. How to solve? First we need to write a PV diagram. Always we need to write a PV diagram. So we'll write that and then start with the problem. So the PV diagram is without clearance. Okay, we'll write the problem without clearance. So this is how exactly it looks like: 4, 1, 2, 3 without clearance, and this is the PV diagram. Okay, P1 is given as 1.013 bar and P2 7 bar, and this is given as PV to power 1.35 is equal to constant. So what we need to calculate here is we need to calculate mass, because V1 is not known. So we need to calculate, we know according to the law, what is it? PV is equal to MRT. So P1 V1 is equal to MRT1. But what is given? P1 is given as 1.013 bar. Okay, T1 as 288 Kelvin and P2 7 bar. So from this we can calculate mass. Mass is what? P1 V1 is equal to RT1. So P1 is what? 1.013 into 10 raised to 5 into V1. Right now we'll assume it as 1, and then so it's given. In fact, V1 is also given. So V1 is 1 meter cube per minute. So V1 is given as 1 meter cube per minute. So you can just write this is 1 meter cube per minute. So we will not write it here because that's V1. Okay. So 1 meter cube per minute. R is 287 into 288 is Kelvin. So M you get it as 1.226 kg per minute. Now we need to know, if we need to calculate work done, that is indicated work, indicated work is what? Is equal to n by n minus 1 m or T2 minus T1. But we don't know T2. How to calculate T2? The delivery temperature. Delivery temperature T2 is equal to T1 into P1 by P2. Sorry, this should be P2 by P1. N minus 1 by n. So, here what I have done here is, we know what is to be calculated, indicated power. Now, to calculate indicated power, what is indicated power? N by n minus 1 mr T1. So, delta T basically. So, T2 minus T1. But m we need to calculate from this equation. You can see, we can calculate T1, m dot, that is mass flow rate of, that is what is calculated, mass flow rate of air, okay. So 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5, because this should be in pascals, into 1, this divided by 287 into 288. So we get it as 1.226 kg per minute, because this is in per minute, 1 minute, kg per minute. So this will be in kg per minute. So, but T2 is not known, so derivative temperature is T2 is equal to T1 by P2 by P1, n minus 1 by n. So T2 is equal to, T1 is 288, 7 divided by 1.013, 1.35 minus of 1 by 1.35. So get this as how much? 475.2 kilowatts. Sorry, Kelvin. 475.2 Kelvin. Okay. So from this we can calculate indicated power, work done, indicated work done. Work done is N 1.35 by 1.35 minus of 1, M is 1.226, 1.226 into 0.287, 0.287, T2 is 475.2 minus of 288. We get this as 254 kilojoules per minute. So indicated power is indicated work by per minute it should be. So this should be 254 by 60 is 4.23 kilowatts. So that's how you just calculate. So indicated work done is one, we know the formula, so I have just substituted here. We got it as kilojoules per minute, but power should be in kilojoules per second. So convert that divided by 60 will give you in indicated power. Fine. So we'll solve two more problems. Note down one more problem. A single stage, single acting air compressor, a single stage, single acting air compressor delivers 0.6 kg of air per minute, delivers 0.6 kg of air per minute at 6 bar, The temperature and pressure at the end of section stroke are 30 degrees Celsius and 1 bar. The bore and stroke of the compressor are 100 mm and 150 mm respectively. The clearance is 3% of the shaft volume. The clearance is 3% of the shaft volume. Assuming the index of compression expansion to be 1.3, assuming the index of compression and expansion to be 1.3, find volumetric efficiency of the compressor, the power required if the mechanical efficiency is 85%, and third, speed of the compressor. So, what is given? So, it is a single stage air compressor. One, two, three, four. P1 has 1 bar, P2 6 bar. This is PV to the power 1.3 is equal to constant. So what is given? Mass of 0.6 kg per minute. P2 6 bar. P1 1 bar. T1 303 Kelvin. D 0.1 meters. L 0.15 meters. VC is 0.03 Vs. Mechanical efficiency as 85%. So what is volumetric efficiency? Volumetric efficiency is 1 plus K minus K P2 by P1 to the power 1 by N. So what is K here? K is Vc by Vs, which is given as 0.03. Because what is given? What is given? Vc is equal to 0.03 Vs. So Vc by Vs is 0.03. So substitute here. So this will be 1 plus 0.03 minus of 0.03 into 6 by 1 to the power of 1 by 1.3. We get this as 0.91096, comes to around 91.06%. So see here, what are the volume, we have derived this equation. How to get this equation has been derived. So volumetric efficiency is 1 plus K minus of K P2 by P1 to the power of 1 by N. What is K? K is Vc by Vs, that is clearance volume by shaft volume. So which is given in the problem as Vc is equal to 0.03 Vs. So we see here Vc is equal to 0.03 Vs. So Vc by Vs is 0.03. So K is equal to Vc by Vs of 0.03. Substitute and get the values of volumetric efficiency. Second, power required to drive the compression. So what is indicated for N by N minus 1 MRT1? You can have this as P2 by P1 n by n minus 1 minus of 1. Or so substitute the indicated power is IP is 1.3 by 1.3 minus of 1. M is given as 0.6 divided by 60 because it should be in seconds into the R is 0.287 into T1 is 303, P2 is 6 by 1 into 1.3 by 1.3 minus of 1 minus of 1. So we get this as 1.93 kilowatts. So power required to drive the compressor, power that is BP, power required. So what I have done here is, first power required to drive the compressor we need to calculate. So indicated power is what? N by, that is theoretical power, N by N minus 1 MRT1, P2 by P1, N by N minus 1 minus of 1. So you can equate all the values and then get the value. Power required is BP to drive the compressor. So mechanical efficiency is what? BP by IP. Therefore, BP is equal to what? So this should be IP 0.85 into 1.93. So this will be the answer. Now we need to calculate speed. The third part is speed of the compressor. N needs to be calculated. We know free air delivered FAD is equal to MRT1 by P1, which is nothing but 0.6 into 0.287 into 303 divided by 1 into 10 raised to 5. We get this as 0.5218 meter cube per minute. So free air delivered is calculated. So what is displacement volume? Displacement volume or shaft volume. Displacement volume is nothing but FAD by volumetric efficiency, which is 0.5218. This is meter cube per minute, and this is 0.91096. What we get is 0.5728 meter cube per minute. So displacement volume is equal to Vs into N, but we know this displacement volume is 0.5728 into Vs is pi by 4 d square into L into N. So this is pi by 4 to 0.1 square into 0.15 to n. So n is equal to 486.2 rpm. So this, I think what we have calculated is work done, the power. So this is basically should be 1.93 divided by IP. Therefore, IP is equal to this into 1.93 divided by 0.85. We get this as 2.27 kilowatts. The last problem in this chapter, we'll do it. So, problem on multi-stage compression. Okay, a multi-stage air compressor. A multi-stage air compressor takes in air at 1 bar, takes in air at 1 bar and 298 Kelvin. 298 Kelvin and delivers at 36 bar. Delivers at 36 bar. If the law of compression and expansion is PV to the power of 1.3 is equal to constant, find the number of stages for minimum power input. Find the number of stages for minimum power input. Estimate the power required. Estimate the power required. What would have been the power required for a single stage compression, and calculate the maximum temperature in any stage. Calculate the maximum temperature in any stage. So, we don't know how many stages this compression is. So, it's a multi-stage compression. So, first we will calculate what is given. Air P1 is given at 1 bar, T1 at 298 Kelvin, PD is given as 36 bar, delivery pressure. We don't know the stage, so I am writing it as PD and this as PA. Okay, RPS, supply pressure, and N is equal to 1.3. So what we need to find out? Number of stages. Then we need to find out the P2, and then total temp power work done we need to find out. So for single stage work done we need to find out, and T we need to find out. So this is all we need to find out. So first of all, we know P2 by P1 is PD by PS to power of 1 by N. So N is number of stage. Since the maximum temperature should not exceed 390 Kelvin. So P2 by P1 is equal to T2 by T1, N by N minus 1, which is 390 divided by 298 into 1.3 divided by 1.3 minus of 1. So here we get this as 4 stages. So PD by PS is equal to P2 by P1 of 1 by N. So, P2 by P1 is equal to PD by PS to the power of 1 by N. So, P2 is equal to 1 into 36 divided by 1 of 1 by N. So we have got it, N is equal to 4 stages. So we get this as 2.45 bar. So work done for a multi-stage compression, work done is N into N by N minus 1 MR T1, okay. This is PD by PS to power of N minus 1 by N into N minus of 1. So this is nothing but 1.3 by 1.3 minus of 1, M is equal to 1, 0.287 into 298. This is 36 divided by 1 into 1.3 minus of 1 by 1.3 into N, that is 4 minus of 1. So we get this as 339.3 kilowatts per kg of air. If it is a single stage compression, work done for single stage, that is WC is equal to N by N minus 1 MR T1. So this will be, that is PD by PS N by N minus 1 of 1. Substitute 1.3 into 1.3 minus of 1 into 1 into 0.2878, sorry, into T1 is 298, 36 by 1, 1.3 by 1.3 minus of 1 minus of 1. So here what exactly happens for multi-stage compression? N is number of stages here and here, you can see here, and other things remains the same, PD by PS. So here there is N is equal to 1, so we just do that and get work done for single stage compression is work done WC for one stage is 474.4 kilowatts. So calculation of maximum temperature T is equal to T1 into P2 by P1, 0. That is N by N minus 1. So this is 298 divided by 2.45 divided by 1. N is 1.3, 1.3 minus of 1. So what we get here is 366.2 Kelvin. So the maximum temperature is 366 degree, approximately 366. So how I have done this? Please understand here. Once again, I'll explain the problem. So multi-stage compression is given. N is not given. How many stages? So we need to calculate that. PS intake pressure is given, delivery pressure is given, T1 is given, and the polytropic process N is given. So P2 by P1 is PD by PS to the power of 1 by N. So N is the stage. Okay. Since the maximum temperature should not exceed 390, which is given in the problem, P2 by P1 is T1 by T2 N minus 1 by N. So instead we got this as 4. P2 by P1 as 4. So P2 by P1 is PD by this thing. So substitute as 4, get this P2 is equal to 2.45 bar. Now work done for multi-stage compression is N, which we know we have solved it, N into N by, this N is number of stages, MRT1, PD by PS, N minus 1, number of stages, this is N, polytropic minus of 1. So substitute, we get it as 339.3 kilowatts. If it is same delivery pressure and the same intake pressure, what we had, for if it is a single stage compression, so work done is 474.4 kilowatts. Maximum temperature T is T1 by P2 by P1 of N by N minus 1. So we get it as 366.2 kilowatts, Kelvin. Okay. I think one more last problem we will solve. We have some more time. In a two-stage air compressor, with complete intercooling, delivers air to the mains at a pressure of 30 bar. Suction conditions are 1 bar and 15 degrees Celsius. Suction conditions are 1 bar and 15 degrees Celsius. If both cylinders have same stroke, find ratio of cylinder diameter for maximum efficiency. Find the ratio of cylinder diameter for maximum efficiency. So first we'll solve the problem. by writing the PV diagram. Always we should write the PV diagram and then solve the problem. So it is two-stage compression. Two-stage compression means you should understand. So this is one stage and this is two stage. So 1, 2 dash, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is LP compressor, this is HP compressor. Okay. So let the volume of LP cylinder V1 is equal to, and HP cylinder volume is V2 HP. Okay. So we know that P1 from the curve 1, 2 dash process 1, 2 dash So before we go, we'll just assume some things here, because let volume of LP cylinder is equal to V1. Let volume of HP cylinder is V2. You can say here V1 and V2. So V1 by V2, if you take, what is V1? Pi by 4 d square of LP, and this is pi by 4 d square of HP, or d of LP by d of HP is equal to square root of V1 by V2. Now consider the process, compression process, we can say compression process 1, 2 dash. So P1 V1 to the power of 1.3 is equal to P2 V2 dash of 1.3, or V1 by V2 dash is equal to P2 by P1 to the power of 1.3. For maximum efficiency, we know maximum efficiency P2 is equal to P1 P2 or P3. This we have solved, which is nothing but square root of 1 into 30 comes to around 5.48 bar. So P2 is equal to 5.48 bar. So V1 by V2 dash is equal to P2 by P1 power of 1 by n. So that is 5.48 divided by 1 of 1 by 1.3. Just a minute. So this comes to 3.7. Now So T2 dash is equal to T2 into P2 by P1 n minus 1 by n. So we get this as, sorry, this should be this is 288 and this is 5.48 divided by 1 to 1.3 minus of 1 by 1.3. We get this as 426.4 Kelvin. Constant process, that is constant pressure process, two dash 2 V2 by T2 is equal to V2 dash by T2 dash. So this will be V2 dash by V2 is equal to T2 dash by T2. This is 426.4 divided by 288. So the temperature T1 is equal to T2. So this will be T2 is equal to 288. We get this as 1.48. So this is 1, I can take this as 1, this as 2, but we want V1 by V2 can be written as V1 by V2 dash into V2 dash by V2. So we know V1 by V2 dash is 3.7 and V2 dash by V2 is 1.48, which is 5.476. Therefore, DLP of and DHP is equal to square root of V1 by V2, which is nothing but square root of 5.476 comes to around 2.34. So this is how you solve this problem. So what is given? So we need to find out the diameter ratio. So that is 2.34. So you can see here. So for perfect interpooling, we know P2 is equal to P1, P3. So that's what I have written. So we can calculate for, that is for maximum efficiency or minimum work done. So P2 is equal to 5.48 bar jet. So V1 by V2 dash is P2 by P1 to the power of 1 by 1. So 5.48 divided by 1 is 1.13 bar, because P2 is equal to P2 dash. You can see here P2 is P2 dash, power pressure is constant. So P2 by P1, P2 dash by P1 is 1.13, so 3.7. We know T2 dash is equal to T1, or you can take it as T2, P2 by P1, n minus 1 by n. So 288 by 5.48, so we get it as 426.4 Kelvin. So substitute V2 by T2 is equal to V2 dash by T2 dash for constant pressure process. So V2 dash by V2 we want it, so we calculate that. But we know what is V1 by V2. I can write it as V1 by V2 dash. So V1 by V2 can be written as multiply and divided by V2 dash. So that's what I have done. So we know the values of these two. So calculate that, multiplying and then get the dash. So this completes the numericals, all types of numericals on air compressors. Okay. So in the next class we'll learn about refrigeration. Okay. Fine. Thank you.